We've got schools that are doing great and just need to keep motoring on and maybe just get to the town a little bit. But we got schools that have been sitting in low performing levels. We've got less than half our kids graduating. We've got less than 20% of our kids can do math on grade level. And, just putting them in a new car and calling it something different isn't going to change it. What you got to do is you got to impact teacher quality in those schools and principal leadership. So we have this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity of Race to the Top dollars, and you will see in our Race to the Top application we focus on low-performing and turnaround schools. And we got these school improvement grant dollars coming, $55 million spread over about a 3-year period. We can give schools up to $500,000 each, but I will not condone putting money in without measurable outcomes and a real focus. And they've got to be interim outcomes. I'm not going to wait until the end of 3 years and say, oh, it didn't work, and we're sorry, we spent $1.5 million there, and maybe we'll try something different the next time. We're going to have clear focus on improving teacher quality and effectiveness. We're going to have clear focus on principal quality and effectiveness. And we're probably going to run a little bit counter to some of the tradition in Kentucky. And I began to alert you to that yesterday with the conversation about making sure there are no barriers to connecting these dollars and these grants. There are no barriers to teacher quality, effectiveness tied to student learning outcomes. The dollars will not flow unless we've got assurances that that is one component. It's not the only component, but it's one component. There has to be connections between student learning outcomes and principal effectiveness and quality. And there must be that with superintendent and with boards of education. So we're going to be a little bit more emphatic in measurable goals and outcomes for student learning. And we're going to be pushing for the ability in situations where schools have not been performing for 7 or 8 years that we may have to have some very different turnaround model. There are many models out there. I hate to use the word charter, but there are programs like KIPP Academy, like Green Dot Schools, things like this that we could allow local boards and local superintendents who have tried their best for 7 or 8 years and hadn't figured it out yet. They're models that have been effective and have figured it out. Could we use those new dollars to go in and have some type of turnaround program, success schools or some type of program that we could change this culture and change the way things are being done. A low-performing school recently was informed. A kindergarten teacher was applying for a job in another district. The superintendent asked her why he applied. She said, well, I got 39 kids in my kindergarten class. We all got rules against that. You're not supposed to have more than, what, 24 or something? 24? Well, but site-based council voted that they wanted to hire 3 teacher assistants with the money they saved by not having that extra teacher or 2. And those teacher assistants were much more important because they happened to be related to somebody that worked in the central office. That can't go on anymore. I mean, I thought Carrot fixed all that, but it's still going on. We have got to hold those folks accountable for pupil sizes, for good instruction, for resources being spent where children are impacted. So that's where I'm headed with this, and we are beginning discussions with legislative staff to say, here's what we might need in changes to site-based council legislation just in these low-performing schools. Here's what we might need in other regulatory language. We hope it's minimal. We hope it doesn't really create a tidal wave, but I hope it creates a tidal wave of improved student learning. And we won't wait 3 years to tell you how it's working. We'll tell you interim, 6 months, and we'll tell you certainly the data every year, and we'll be targeting this. Now in this budget this discussion, I'll just remind you to be careful what you ask for, because when you interviewed me, I said you're probably spending a pretty good bit of money, but I'm not sure you're spending it where you need to be spending. I'll focus on kids. So I'm bringing this to the table in the next 6 months. Won't be very pleasant. It's going to be some tough conversation. But I hope we're going the direction you want us to go, because that was what I told you in the interview. And so far, I hope you see that's what you're getting in the actions. I just wish I'd had about 4 to 6 more months to work on the budget before I got here. But I've got a great team out there, and they're getting real innovative, and they're getting aligned, and they're getting silos don't exist. We're working together, and we're all focused on graduation rates, career readiness, college readiness, and everything that feeds up into that. And starting in December, we'll be bringing to you our recommendations for changes in your strategic plan that will help us focus this work.